Why you smoke.
HealthTips.tv Foundation. Please like, share and subscribe.
Why you smoke. If you've tried to quit and failed before, you'll know the physical withdrawal symptoms, cravings, headaches, etc. are often not the hardest part of quitting. For most people, the worst of these pass after 2 weeks, and smoking cessation medicines can offer extra help in the early days. The difficult part is to stay quit in the long run, because there are two other strands to addiction: the social and psychological dependency. 1. Social dependency. As a smoker, you automatically belong to a group, for example with your fellow huddles at work for that mid-morning fag. Whether at work or out with friends, it's part of your social identity. Smoking is also a way of communicating, for example when you share cigarettes or lighters. Quitting can have a significant impact on your social life. It's likely you will be in a pub or bar when the change in identity from smoker to non-smoker seems the most difficult. 2. Psychological dependency. No matter how little you smoked in the beginning, your smoking takes on a daily pattern, where certain situations trigger the urge to have a cigarette. Example, you light up as you get into the car. You also incorporate small rituals, the way you open the packet, hold a cigarette or exhale smoke. Rituals stay with us and, even after years, are surprisingly easy to activate, at parties, reunions with old friends or in times of crisis. The associate effects with smoking: it relieves stress and discomfort. It helps tension. It stops irritation. It soothes anger. It relieves boredom. It's relaxing. It helps you overcome fear, anxiety and shyness. None of these are proven effects of nicotine, but are down to perception, how you feel about smoking. Breaking the psychological hold of smoking is the hardest thing to master. It's why, after years of giving up, an ex-smoker can go back to smoking with just one puff. It's why some ex-smokers never consider themselves a non-smoker, no matter how long since their last cigarette. It's why smokers who are faced with amputation unless they quit, don't. For a non-smoker, such a choice is beyond reason. So where does this leave you? If you're going to stay quit, you'll need to tackle all three strands of your addiction. Wait for a minute. If you're first time here in our channel, please consider subscribing and click the bell icon for more health tips. Helps us grow this channel. And check description below for our recommendation. Thank you so much. 10 smoking program designed. 1. Physical addiction. Nicotine is very addictive, but not all smokers are equally addicted. Some smokers go cold turkey and successfully tackle withdrawal symptoms, others need extra help from products such as nicotine replacement therapy (NRT) or Zyban. Having effective strategies to cope with cravings will help you master your physical addiction. 2. Social and psychological dependency. Understanding why you smoked will help you identify whether habit, mood or certain social situations pose the greatest challenge for you. The more aware you are of your triggers, the more you can prepare and meet them head-on by drawing up strategies to cope. What smoking means to you. Now you're aware of the three strands of addiction, it's time to think about what this means in practical terms. Exactly what you leave behind when you quit is unique to you, why you smoked and in what situations. 3. Smoking is a part of daily life. Cigarettes are often used as a reward for completing a task, e.g. after washing up. Smoking is used to punctuate the day, to show you have finished one thing before starting another. It provided a routine and helped organize your day by dividing it into more manageable units. Now you've quit, you'll need to find another kind of divider. Look for a new way of marking changes, for example with a cup of tea. 4. Smoking to moderate negative feelings. Smoking can be a way to moderate negative feelings such as stress, uneasiness, irritation and sadness. Now you've given up smoking, you need to change your psychological habits and learn how to cope in other ways. This takes time, often months. It's also normal during a quit to feel moods and emotions more deeply, especially if smoking has been used as a way to blunt these feelings. 5. Smoking to improve concentration and attention. Did you reach for a cigarette under pressure, when you needed a little something extra to complete a task? This crutch vanishes now you've stopped smoking. It will take some time to adjust to this, although chocolate, caffeine or sweets can provide a similar fix. On a positive note, your concentration will return to normal after a couple of weeks or so. 6. Smoking as a reward. If you use tobacco as a reward, for example, at the end of a hard day, you need to find new ways to reward yourself. Instead, sit down with a good film, read a glossy mag, take a relaxing bath, go for a walk, the list is endless. As an added incentive, put aside the money you save to treat yourself to flowers, CDs, DVDs, books, clothes, wine, theater tickets, concerts, gym membership, etc. Few. 7. Smoking passes the time. You may have found it comforting to hold a cigarette when you were uncertain about something, e.g. in pub with people you don't know well. It was also a way to fill wasted time, e.g. when waiting for a bus. A cigarette in your hand gave you something to do. You now have to learn how to use this time in a different way. Harder, still, will be finding a way to cope with underlying issues such as social awkwardness. 8. Company and communication. Sharing out your cigarettes or lighter may have been a key way you included or excluded people. Equally, asking for either of these things may have been a useful way to test the water when approaching new people or getting to know potential friends and partners. While you will have to cope without this strategy, take comfort from the fact that you may now attract people who were put off by the cloud of smoke surrounding you. 9. Breaking the habit of smoking. Automatically reaching for a cigarette is a big part of smoking. Habitual smoking describes cigarettes smoked without much thought or enjoyment, e.g. lighting up after a meal. You'll need to tackle these habits every day, when you might have a sudden impulse for a fag when the phone rings or your favorite soap is on TV. It takes energy, good planning and effort to change your habits. Try leaving the table quickly after dinner, switching your normal cuppa to a soft drink, anything to break the association between a particular activity and smoking. 10. Smoking and friendship. Smoking can make you feel part of an exclusive club. Your partner and best friends might be smokers. In the early days, you may have to think about finding other colleagues to take your break with, avoid the pub or even drop smoking friends altogether. If your other half still smokes, it can also affect your relationship. Thank you for watching till the end of this video as your reward. Your bonus. 11. Smoking and identity. A smoker is a label like any other, and has its own connotations, just as housewife and professional do. You may find the change from being a smoker to non-smoker means changing your identity, which will take time, especially if you started smoking very young. Think of your image as a smoker. Next, think of your image as an ex-smoker. Now imagine yourself in 6 months' time as a non-smoker. How are they different? How do you visualize smokers, ex-smokers and non-smokers? 12. Smoking is an effective pause signal. There are not many people who interrupt someone who's smoking, or ask them to put their cigarette down if in a hurry. You will need to find other ways of signaling to those around you that you want a break or to be left alone. Help this channel to grow by comment, share, and like. And don't forget clicking the subscriber button and bell notification. Thank you so much.